welcome back to episode 2, part 4 of Unfettered. The 5, I guess, of you, both Constance and Albert, and the O'Dares, and now Mabel, the poor college student, have made your way back to Lord Austenwald's fury. Revenge. Sorry. Lord Austenwald's revenge. It's getting on in the day, probably towards evening. Unless there's anything else you want to do, we can fast forward to after your
but
shipment arrives.
were we looking for a slip? Or a what do you call it?
A skiff? Yes, you were. And yeah, there's a skiff of a sort. On one of the nearby slips that you could attempt to commandeer.
I mean, the hardest part's gonna be getting on it and moving without people noticing.
Yeah, so there are gonna be a couple steps to that. The first, of course, will be getting onto it without anyone noticing, and then the second will be finding out how functional it actually is.
All right, so we get someone who's an engineer on it by flying them away from the docks very quietly, under cover of darkness, onto the ship, and then examining the underpinnings of it.
All right. Well, Kelly is an engineer.
All right. So Kelly and maybe Constance.
So the thing is, I've got like 3 plans to get on a ship. I don't know how I would bring someone else with me. So
yeah, I mean,
you're going to have to carry Kelly over, but we're also going to need you on our ship so that you steer it.
Easy. I move her over and then get back to it.
Yeah.
In both directions.
Then my plan is currently we're parked on a tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're like next.
My plan is get above it and drop down onto it.
Like my plan was literally slip off of our boat, fly, hover and fly over and around from the underside of the ship over the top onto the deck, like climbing over.
I mean, all else fails, I say I make a commotion of who I am at the top of the tower, and we use my feature. All eyes are on me.
True.
And then I jump off the tower onto one of the 2 ships.
I don't want to live anymore.
But until next time, I'm the Eternal Storm. Whee!
If you guys want autographs, too bad, I'm out. Sayonara. Fuck.
All right. What would you guys like to do? It's the evening. You've received your shipment.
Okay, so
You've got all
I'm
your
going
cargo.
to do the stake it out, kind of see if I can get an idea of the patrols of guards, what the ship is behind.
Can you make an investigation check for me, please?
I can.
Yay! 16. That's pretty good. Yeah. So the skiff is, let's say, 1 level below yours. They allow smaller ships further down there because they fit better or something. I don't know.
They can get closer to buildings.
Yeah. So it's a level down. As far as guards, there are guards to the tower itself, like into the area, but much like if you went to a dock in real life that actually paid for any kind of security, you wouldn't expect to have like a person at each slip. You'd expect to see a couple guards patrolling the space. It's sort of the same thing here, where you have a handful of guards, probably 5 or 6, patrolling the entire facility, and not at like any. This is both a good thing and a bad thing. They don't have a schedule. They just sort of wander around and are bored. because people just tend not to try and steal vessels, especially in Illand, because most people who have ships here are only here for a day, maybe two. So it's not like there's a whole lot of opportunity.
Yeah, not a lot of opportunity. Right. Ha 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 ha.
I'm just looking at the resale value of a skiff more than anything else.
Yep.
Because that will get us enough food for the next month.
If it's a fancy experimental skiff, ooh.
Yeah, or it might be our new private yacht. We'll see.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
The goal is money.
For comparison, a skiff in this sense is like it's a sailboat. You know, you can crew it with just one person, maybe a little with some difficulty, but you can fit up to like 6 people in total on it. There's like a deck area where you can handle everything from the rudder to the sails, and then there's a cabin where there's a like effectively a kitchenette, and a small sleeping space.
Yeah.
I might just want to keep this for myself.
We may just want to keep it, but let's see how this thing.
Let's see how functional it is.
Yeah, exactly. All
So
right,
we've got 6 guards.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know if there's. I doubt there'd be personal guards on it unless it's actually really good. Because if it's not broken.
Yeah. So you guys got back to your ship. Let's see. That was you found Clarence's body at noon. Be another hour or so, 2-ish. Means you probably got back at like 4 or 5, and then it's the winter. The sun went down not that long after that, right? So you probably had like 2 hours, between an hour and a half to 2 hours to case this boat. So if you just sat on like the prow of your ship and watched the ship, you could know if there were people moving around on the boat.
Yeah, I think we had one of our guards doing that.
Okay. Then yeah, you're pretty sure there's no one on it.
All right, I'm gonna talk to the guards patrolling around the airship dock, and activate my class or my special background feature to see which one of them, if any of them are sympathizers.
All right. One of them is sympathetic.
One of them is sympathetic. I'm gonna try and use him to get information on like the ships on the dock, if that's possible.
Yeah, I mean,
like see if there's a crew on it or whatever.
Yeah, he'll mention that it's a student's ship, and the student just like comes by, usually on the weekends, with maybe a couple friends to go out.
Oh, so it's some like fuckboys air yacht.
Yeah, essentially, yes. And like maybe Albert says something derisive, and he's like, "Yeah, it's this town. It's everybody here."
I feel even better stealing this yacht.
Yeah. Done.
All
So
right.
I thank the guard. Maybe like something like
Yeah, ask him if he wants to play a pirate.
Oh yeah, it's like casually like, you want to do something a little bit more, or are you good here? Can I test the waters with that?
Yeah, he's gonna be pretty set in his like, I like my job. It's easy. Nothing ever happens.
I'll like thank him and like be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, and like pass him like.
Be like, you might want to go home sick tonight.
Yeah, be like, you might want to go home sick tonight.
Yeah, he'll catch your drift and be like, oh yeah, I mean I'm gonna be patrolling that tower over there about an hour, so
I'll like slip him like 5 gold and be like, right. Thanks for the information. We need to spread a good image for ourselves. Yeah,
I agree. Also, an image that says in your mind.
Do you drop your name, or are you just sort of like this anonymous airship captain?
I'll drop Vessinger, because we're literally just gonna steal a ship in like 2 seconds.
Okay, yeah. At that point, he's very much like, it's an honor to meet you, sir. I had a brother at that battle, and I know you were done wrong.
Thank you. It really helps to know that not everyone's against me.
You'd be surprised. the upper brass, they hit you hard and they got you into jail, but you've got people.
I'm like, huh, interesting. And then I like think for his time again, and then continue along. I don't need to name drop someone here. I've got a name.
Don't worry, I'll get credit for it anyways.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I can see it now. Constance is gonna get the article. You're gonna get the side headline.
Yeah. Dastardly Vessinger, foiled again, tries to take an entire dock's worth of ships. Brave guard stops him. No.
All right, so.
Yeah, so we're gonna enact our plan now.
All right. I'm gonna want a stealth roll from anybody trying to get onto the boat.
All right.
I'm going to narrate how I get on it based off of this roll.
Okay.
I feel like that's the best way of deciding how I get onto this ship.
Yeah. Very loud.
Remember that plan about dropping onto the ship?
Wait, hold on. Can I get advantage because I talked to the guard into walking away?
Yeah, see, no, because you'd have disadvantage from carrying another person. Yeah.
So, that plan where I just drop onto a ship, and how horrible it is.
Yep.
I do it. That's what happens.
Okay, so we're gonna have to talk this out. So you climb to the top of the tower, I assume,
or just above it. So I'm just
so you're above it. You're like on another slip. Maybe you pushed past a guard. It's like, hey, what? Where are you going? What's going on? And he like calls his partner over. Hey, Laura, we've got a person over here. And like so like two guards come out onto the pier with you.
It's nothing. I start like backing up towards the edge. Like, no, don't worry, guys.
Hey, back.
Supposed to be here. Wait,
back up.
Don't. We can solve this peacefully.
Just get on your knees. Put your hands behind your head.
But that doesn't sound very comfortable.
Isn't about being comfortable, ma'am.
Slowly inching towards the edge.
Don't resist. Do not resist.
My hands are behind my head.
I'm not going back to jail.
Backing up towards the edge.
Yeah, the guard Laura like draws her sword. Don't you do this. Don't you make me do this.
Do what? I'm at the edge.
Yeah, I mean they're still walking up to you.
Yeah, so I'm at the edge and I'm kind of just waiting for them to get closer to pretend like there's a big skiff and then or big scuffle. That's what I'm going for.
Okay.
And then falling off onto the next tier, and they don't know that I'm going to survive.
Yeah, so she like moves towards you quickly to like grab you.
And so my goal is to step away or take a sword blow and fall.
Okay, yeah, so she'll try and grapple you, so get a athletics check from her. And then you can, to avoid that, you can use either acrobatics or athletics.
See, if you fuck up hard enough here, I don't have to deal with the guard flag.
Oh, I rolled the wrong one. Hold on. Alright, yeah, you just...
That was the same modifier, buddy.
Yeah, I noticed that after I pressed it. But you managed to slip yourself off the pier.
So like, yeah, she like grabs me and I pull my hand away from her and just stumble off.
Yeah, she's like, wait, no. And then you fall. And can you, for the benefit of everyone else, could you just throw into chat the thing that you're using that's gonna make you not die here? Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I ignore fall damage.
All right, yeah. So you fall, and you land, maybe, on this skiff, and now is the point where we find out how complete it is and like how good it is. Could you roll a D percentile for me, please?
Oh boy.
Pretty good. Yeah, so you smack into the deck of this ship. You do not go through it, which was an option. You do not go through it. You smack into it, and you land like on the roof of the cabin, and like land on your side, and then roll into the sort of like the area where you'd be handling all the rigging and whatnot.
I'm just gonna lay there as long as I can to pretend like I'm not moving.
Divine! Oh, yeah, and you like hear boots running away,
right.
and up
Get
into
up.
the tower. Albert, at this point, would you like to swoop in?
Yeah. So
with
basically,
Kelly?
yeah. Do I even need to narrate how bad that stealth check was?
Please do.
All right. So basically, it's all incredibly like flashy and cool looking. Like Albert like grabs Kelly by like the scruff of her shirt and then like bends down and then does this huge jumping like leap up into the air to start flying. His wings batting in the air and he does like a corkscrew drive downwards and like slams heavily on the deck of the ship. Like gusts of air flying about, and then like there's just there's like this random guy. He's like eating a sandwich and he's just watching. It's not a guard. It's just some dude. Like.
So
yeah, and like the sandwich falls out of his hand.
I'm also picturing like the sound.
Yeah.
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 But I imagine it's like there's the initial drop of like Constance, and then Vessinger just like drops down like wind.
Yeah. Yeah. So you let go of Kelly, and she like grabs the gunwale and like, okay, where's the engine on this thing? And she like grabs her tool or starts pulling tools out of her coat.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Constance and be like, "This is your problem now," and then fly back up to the ship to get it going.
Okay.
So, my response to that is how odd these random cloud banks that happen.
Nice.
Wall
of clouds.
And so that's just kind of, in the area of where the skiff is.
There's just like a wall of a like shroud of clouds around the skiff. Okay.
Also, that's two more points, so I'm back to full health.
Nice. Yeah, Kelly's gonna like dive into the cabin, and you hear a hatch open, and the sound of like tinkering as she's trying to mess with this engine.
Yes, the sound of tinkering.
Clanking, screwing. This motion, which I should definitely make in front of a camera a bunch, right in front of my face.
Forgot to open your mouth.
And then we cut over to Lord Austenwald's revenge, where Roderick is in the engine room there, sort of like chanting and messing with some of the arcane seals on the engine to make sure like everything's powering up correctly. And back to Constance, you're surrounded by this wall of fog, and you hear boots on the gangway. It's like, wait, what the heck? Where did this come from?
Flop.
I'm definitely dead.
I'm definitely dead. Flop.
Yeah, and you hear the footsteps slow down as they cautiously approach the ship. Could you have Kelly roll Tinker's Tools?
Kelly O'Dare. Roll 20. Why you like now? Okay. Tinker's tools.
An 18. That is pretty damn good. Yeah. Okay. So, you hear a creak as they start to step onto the ramp onto the skiff, and then there's a shudder that goes through the whole boat, and it surges forward.
Put the cards on it. Shit.
You did not untie the skiff, and so there's like this wrenching of wood, and we're just gonna roll a d2. Would you like 1 or 2?
Roll, gotta go higher, go higher, go home.
2.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So as the mooring line tears part of the dock off, and the skiff goes off, bursting out of this cloud bank. We get a long shot where there's this cloud of vapor, and then the boat comes launching out of it, pulling some of it behind in this almost jet stream, and up above, Lord Austenwald's revenge begins pulling away from the dock.
What's the chance there's a guard on my ship right now?
That's a really good question.
Roll 1d4.
1d...
1d5. 1d5.
There is fortunately not. There is not a guard.
They heard the creaking and jumped away.
Yeah, they fell backwards back onto the dock. You can actually see the clouds are dissipating as you sail away, and you can see her laying on the dock dazed, her sword still in her hand. Wait, no!
How far away would you say I am right now?
Good 50 feet.
Mind meld.
Yeah, you know me so well, Chris. Just because he can't stop me this time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the words go into her mind that the eternal storm has returned.
You just get back, oh, what? Oh, shit, what? And then, the mind all disconnects.
Wait, what's the image?
Just have to have a sentiment.
Yeah, no, it's just the words, oh, shit, what? And yeah, you sail off. I think you catch them enough off guard that you can get a pretty solid head start before they send anyone after you.
Yeah.
And skips are faster than any ship they have.
Yep.
Unless we fire on their ports.
You could. Would you like to fire the cannon as you?
What do you think, Bryant?
Just shoot them as we, because currently they don't associate our ship with the escape at this exact moment.
Yeah, you just happen to be leaving at the same time and going in the same direction.
True, and
not necessarily in the same direction right now.
We're both vaguely going to where we think whatchamacallit is. Sanctuary. But the thing is, God, that was so smart, because of Killian, what's his face? Roderick, we still have communication.
Yeah. So I guess
so I make a split decision, all right, Roderick, we're going to move in different directions, and they'll circle back around to meet us.
Aye. And he starts shouting orders to some people at the rigging, and you can tell he's a little uncomfortable with it. He's like, "You tie off that thing," and he doesn't know his way around a ship like Kelly does.
I'll take over the commands.
Okay.
Leave this one to me. All right, maggots.
Get out of the hold! Man the decks! All hands on deck!
Everyone's wearing much nicer clothing now.
They've been fed fully.
Yeah.
We don't pay for your clothes for you to sit around all day.
And it's just me and Kelly on a ship. The ship's nice.
Yeah,
and we just hear clank, clank, clank as part of the dock is hitting the side of the ship. I'll untie that eventually.
Yeah. Kelly's let her hair out. She's standing forward, adjusting the sail and letting the wind fly through her hair, and she's yeah, this is nice. We should do this kind of stuff more often.
It's gonna be too often.
It's so how do we tie this to our other ship so it just gets dragged along?
Well, about that.
We're just sitting there like, oh.
Yeah, you have stolen the college student's pleasure yacht, which is currently unnamed, so you can name it whatever you'd like.
I'm calling it the pleasure yacht.
not the douchebag's pleasure yacht. Yeah, so
something
you
really bad like palace.
head off, and you guys. So the skiff can go 16 miles per hour. The trader can go 12. Iland is reasonably established, so it's likely that they wouldn't have as fast ships. They probably have like full cogs, and I think you'll get out of range of their cannons before they mobilize.
Because who goes to Iland to steal a ship?
Right?
What
Like,
crazy...
Typically, the garrison there is in case, you know, rebels attack. They're not meant to like deal with Grand Theft Auto
From rebels.
from rebels. Yeah. So
Just I'm just picturing like, I'm kind of sad the person didn't land on the ship, because if they landed on the ship, I was gonna be like, so have you ever thought of a life of piracy?
Have you ever thought to yourself, maybe the pirate's life is for me?
So you can rendezvous over the arcane over here. Actually, probably gonna take 3 hours, so that's like 36 miles at the trader's pace. So you meet up over here.
All right.
Just a little ways out of town. And if the sun went down around 7, it's about 10 p.m. now.
All right. I'm gonna be like, I hope you guys like flying at night. Because we need to make it the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think the crew is like, yeah, they're all pumped up from giving the finger to the law. And
I mean, they've been sitting around literally all day. Imagine most of them were sleeping.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like, you know, several of the prisoners are former mariners, and so they're just excited to be sailing the skies again, you know, well fed and clothed and like not miserable anymore.
Yeah.
The guards are finally
for a couple days. So
the guards
we gotta make this last.
are finally like, yeah, this is what it means to be a pirate, man. Yeah, fuck yeah, pirates are great.
So we have the option. We need to
Nope.
either sell. Okay, wait.
Yep.
Chris, there's one option we can do. We've got just
Yeah.
enough time to actually be pirates and hit a small skiff and steal a second one. Because I've grown attached to the pleasure palace.
Uh-huh.
All right.
So we need a skiff to actually sell.
All right, dude. Let's hit a second. Let's hit a second skip. I imagine that there's probably some like general.
Well, so what I was
Ideally, I'd
thinking
Empire.
is if we hit somewhere around here, like
Mhm.
over the arcane,
We might hit someone doing a pleasure flight.
yeah, between these two locations.
Yeah, you could get somebody chartered between these places. You could get somebody doing just like a let's go out for a day in this
Yeah.
area, or you could hit trade coming from the Empire proper toward Maradoon.
Trade might be pushing our capabilities a little bit, I think.
That would be, we could do it, but I don't think we could do it in the time we have left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you would like to try and hunt down
Something.
a skiff of some kind.
Yeah.
I
basically.
feel like the other option is we could get a merchant ship and then convert it to a pirate ship. That would also work for,
Yeah,
then we
I mean,
get most of the
That's
crew.
essentially what you're using right now.
Yeah.
Is a light merchant ship.
But
Yeah.
that'd be more of a display of like, we might have to kill the captain, but then be like, hey, pirate's life, we've got another ship. It's better armed. We sell yours. We get the money. We split it with all of you. And then our crew. And then we build up ours. And then we've got a pirate ship and a crew. A full crew.
Yeah.
And we
I
don't
mean,
even need all of them to change. The rest is
Convincing Convincing an entire crew would be difficult, though.
We don't need to convince the entire.
Your crew is pretty small at this point.
We just need to convince 5 of them.
We need to beat down the rest of them into submission.
Hi, have you ever been thrown off of a boat?
Oh, true.
Yes. I found the good guys. So regardless, you're gonna have to travel for a ways. So let's get a navigation check.
And do we get a long rest in this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Kelly can roll navigation if you would prefer.
Please, Kelly, please.
Just roll that off of her sheet.
It's like, how are you a captain? Look, we're gonna have some looking to do.
All right, 15's good enough. She'll get you out over the arcane.
All right.
That evening, just riding some winds to get you a little faster. And the next day, you can get out to here. And then it's a matter of how many days is it going to take for you to find the kind of ship that you want sailing by. And for that, let's roll.
How many days are we willing to spend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll it, and then we'll see whether or not something comes up, basically.
Well, I guess actually, let's do it the other way. Let's figure out how long you want to wait, and then I'll roll to see if something happens within that time.
So I think like maybe a few days at best.
So food, we've got enough to feed everyone for, I'm going to say 4 people for 30 days goes to 15. We've got enough for about 10 days. Right?
Okay.
And how long is it going to take to get
The sanctuary?
sanctuary?
That divided by 12. Hold on. Sorry.
50 days, apparently.
That's not
that's
correct.
hours.
That's hours. That's 41 hours.
So about 4 days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we could camp out for like 5 days.
And then head over.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lucky you guys. First day.
We find this no. First night. We fly out into the sky, and we're just like hanging about, and like the cloud cover kind of like creeps apart, and we see this like it's like a ray of moonshine, moonlight, like,
and we just see the outline
down.
of the ship.
Yeah, there's
Like
a someone's having like a moonlight cruise or something.
So what kind of ship is it?
It's gonna be a skiff.
Oh, I feel bad.
So let's see. This first one is to show nameplate controlled by all players. Lord Austenwald's.
We don't need to fight them. See,
Revenge.
all we have to do is hail them as a military ship.
And then here's the Pleasure Palace.
We don't have our flags yet, guys.
What are you talking about? We don't have our custom pirate flags. We're not flying them. We're flying Empire colors.
Well, but that's what you do. You fly Empire colors until you say we're about to. So there's a certain amount of chivalry in this. This is a, so it's like you don't attack someone once you put up the whites, because what happens after that is you can never surrender after that point.
Mm-hmm.
It's because no one will trust the white.
Yeah.
So the reason you put up the pirate flags is both an intimidation thing. It says like, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And also kind of a,
surrender now.
Yeah, surrender now, kind of thing. You've let the pirates get close. You can't get away.
Yeah. Well, we can. I'm sure someone can find a black cloth.
Boat.
Like we just got like a spare coat, and it's just like
My trench coat.
Yeah.
On the sail.
All right. So
I'm just hanging on the sail, letting the trench coat fly.
see, they're gonna. I can rotate. Yeah.
Okay, so how are we splitting up? Like, what ship do you want? What ship should Kelly be on?
I should be on the ship because I can give command. Although that being said, I could just operate commands on the skiff. No, I should be on the big ship. What am I talking about?
Okay, so Kelly's giving us the pleasure is piloting the pleasure palace.
All right. And
Yes.
does that mean Constance is on the Pleasure Palace?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. Because if I remember right, let's see.
I just saw the other boat's name.
This poor boat.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So what I think...
So we're going to get some initiative first. So let's remove
I
all
click on
turns.
these.
Is it Captain Initiative?
It's going to be your player initiative. All ships move at the same time. Then.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically what I think we need to do is we are going to be flying the Pleasure Palace in like such a way that like this poor boat can't see it like this. So like we're hiding in the shadow of...
Okay.
Yeah.
Lord Austenwald's Revenge.
Because that's a military ship. It looks official.
In the shadow of Lord Austenwald's Revenge. That should be a fucking quote.
That'll be the name of this part on YouTube.
In the shadow of Lord Austen. Yep. True. All right. Can I select my token? Or actually, I suppose I could just go.
You should be able to control these, or you can drop your characters on the map real quick if you want. Oh, you're huge. You also should be
I was a demon. Oh right. Wait, was
just hit the long rest button? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did.
There we go.
I'm gonna put myself in the bottom corner and just initiative myself.
What was the initiative you got? You got 5.
Nice.
And I'm gonna put Kelly down here. Can I do that? Okay.
I feel like this is going to be a pretty short.
But the fact that everything's controlled off of her is important. And let's put Roderick down.
Yeah, let's get our troublemakers on the board.
You're really gonna try to make that stick, aren't you?
Try? I think you mean succeed. I think you mean it's already sticking. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
wow,
I tried to take a shower, but...
Alright. So... you're going to probably have to make the deception roll for your ship, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good thing I'm trained in deception.
Yeah.
At least that's what I tell the ladies.
Roll your deception check. Constance, you as well.
Oh boy.
Yours is going to be to just try and hide behind.
Oh well, that's a wash. Can I get an advantage because it's an Imperial ship?
Yeah.
Reroll again. Should have asked those questions beforehand.
You should. There you go.
Well,
all right.
it's
So
sad this isn't stealth, but
actually, well, you're right. You're right because you're not deceiving. You're hiding. So you can roll stealth. I'm not going to give you advantage, but you can roll stealth.
I rolled the same thing.
15 is pretty good though.
Yes.
Yeah, so this poor boat, alright, is going to use a lair action, and it's going to use the evasive maneuver action, because it's only going to move half of its movement, which is... This is the first time we're using the ship rules. Alright, so... At 20, movement rate is equal to speed times 20 converted to beat. So a skiff is 100. What is that? 320 feet. And I've already set up this map so that it moves in 20-foot increments. So it's a little easier. So it moves to here.
Yeah.
Although it would only be moving at half speed, which means it moves times 20, 160, yeah. There we go.
So I'm gonna move. What's the speed of this boat?
Trader is 100 is 12, which is 240 if you're going full ahead.
That's gonna probably spook him. So I'm gonna go 120.
Okay.
And like try and like hail them once we get in range of that.
All right, so you're raising a hailing flag.
Yeah, basically.
All right. Constance?
I'm going to be trying to move this like.
You can move the same amount, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're faster. You can
Yes,
keep up
I
however you
guess.
like. All right.
There's no. What I want is to be, here, but that's not on the grid. So.
All right, yeah. It will actually. We're gonna roll an int check. D20. Yeah, so they're not gonna stop, but they will slow down. So they're not going to take a movement action, a secondary movement action. If you would like, you can use the ram action to move during a turn. So for clarification, for anyone watching, the ship rules that we have right now, ships move at the top of initiative order as a standard 5th edition layer action. They also get access to legendary actions based on how much of their crew they have. And one of those actions is the ram action, which allows you to move at half your rate, and if you encounter someone, you can smash into them. It's intentionally made so that you can use that as a way to move throughout the round. But that one costs 2 actions. And how many crew do you have on your ship right now?
15? Not 15. Yeah, 15.
You've got the 7, you said?
No,
no,
2
it
people
was...
left, but we also got 2 extras, so yeah, it's 15.
Mabel does not count.
14.
Okay. So that means you have, I believe, 2... you regain legendary actions beginning of initiative 20. Because you lose legendary actions as you are understaffed. I'm trying to see if you have... I think you have 2 right now. You might only have 1. I'm pretty sure it's 2. Let's just say 2.
Can take 3 legendary actions around, so it could go down to 2.
Yeah. I feel like it would be in crew, but I can't find it, so we're just gonna assume you have 2 right now. And the ram action is 2. So if you would like to move another half, another 120, you may do so.
All right. So does it look like they're spooked or just suspicious?
Suspicious.
Okay, so we're not gonna get to them in one round. So my thoughts are we're gonna continue the deception.
Okay.
And then move past speed again, and continue hailing.
Okay.
We can
So
only turn so much, so
yeah.
if we actually get closer in front of them, they won't be able to put enough distance between them and us without one of us ramming them and jumping on their ship.
So like here?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you can only turn 45 degrees after moving 80 feet.
So like that.
So yeah, they're gonna move. If you would like to turn, you can do that. You don't gotta. They're gonna move their 160 and turn once to avoid you.
All right.
All right, that puts them in range for rams.
It does. If you would like to smash into their poor boat,
Well, but that's
you may
like
do so.
the ram action is currently the only like boarding.
You can make a boarding pass, couldn't we?
Yeah, that's a movement action though.
Oh, okay. So go.
Yeah, it's not likely that we'd be able to pull a boarding pass off.
I can for my ship.
Yeah, the pleasure pilots probably can.
Okay, could I turn 90 degrees and then move to intercept?
You cannot turn 90 degrees. You can only turn 45 degrees after moving 80 feet.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I can go 80 feet, turn, and then be blocking its path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you go straight at it.
I'm not straight,
So-
actually.
Well, I mean, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I go 80, then go to here,
And I'll go.
and then turn towards it.
Yeah.
So I would
So
get to
me
here.
there,
All
and
right.
then I'll turn towards it as well.
Yeah.
And
they're
at this
gonna...
point, the flag is raised.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna try and avoid you. They're gonna use evasive maneuver, which means they're gonna move at half of their movement rate.
So
But also
it's
protect
occurring to me
themselves.
now, ships need initiative. This is not going to work. Because everything's happening at once. This is a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll look into that.
Let's finish this encounter first.
Yeah, before next session, we'll iron that out.
Because now it's in our advantage to just wait for you to say what they do.
Yeah, you are correct. So they're going to... they can only go through you, basically. So they're going to attempt to do that. Actually, I'm going to give them another int check, because I'm not sure they've caught on. No, yeah, they'll bow to the power of the Empire and pull up there.
And yeah, it's going to get around to boarding pass.
Yeah, we do a boarding
All right.
pass.
Are you both going to try and board?
Yep. Well,
All
okay.
right.
The Pleasure Palace's board is it flies by and I jump onto the ship.
Yeah, you can just you spend your reaction to move onto the ship below. You can both hop onto this boat.
I should stay on. No, I'll go down. I'm the captain.
Okay.
Well,
we've
but
already
so
basically
you
got the ship.
land with like wings out, like you just fly across pretty much,
Mhm.
whereas I just fall from the sky and just land on the ship.
Yeah, you do the whole like Master Chief Halo thing where you like land on a knee and then stand up.
And then a graceful whoosh.
Yeah, there's there are a pair of noblewomen on the ship. Oh my. What do you want?
Hello.
This
My
is your
name
first time doing this, isn't it?
Well, introductions first. I am Constance Stormheart, the Dread Pirate.
And I am Captain
One of them
Albert
faints.
She's the smart one.
Now you have to deal with the hard knocks.
So, we'll be taking a ship.
Please take
happily
any money that
fly
you want.
to shore and send you with a nice signal so you can get home. But we're taking this ship.
And everything on it. And everything on you, depending.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
I'll do, wait,
I'm not entirely sure why I'm having you roll, but like maybe she'll
Because
try
they
and
don't have a
smack you.
choice.
Yeah.
it's to see how terrified they are.
Yeah.
Wait, which one of us is rolling intimidation?
Either one.
Chris, this is your thing.
Yeah, no, she's like, yeah, we'll take the being dropped on shore and yes, please. So I'm gonna get a haul, especially because they're somewhat wealthy, and just based on the jewelry that you take and whatever happens to be on hand.
Yeah.
Just
Just roll.
open up that
D100
ship
death.
details. Let me just
You get 600 GP worth of loot. It's gonna cost you another day to drop them off.
That's
But-
fine. I bet the crew's fine. Also, do we want to just give the 600 to the crew?
Yeah, sure.
First pirate bounty. Hello, our crew. We've got
Let's-
600 gold. Like,
Let's
here's a
Okay.
ring for you. Here's this.
yeah. Let's keep like 100 or so for supplies, and
Yeah,
then give out the rest. Yeah.
Just
500 gold to the crew.
Yeah, out of like 15 people. Are you giving a share to Mabel?
We'll give like a small shit, like she's not a full-fledged crew member, but we'll be like,
Okay, so that's like a total of 15 people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 500.
More like
split.
14 and a half, but
Oh, whoops.
500.
so that's 33 gold pieces a person. Which
Roughly,
is
yeah.
actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
For-
everybody's
we
happy.
spent
So,
a day on the water.
I'd
A day
like
in the
to-
sky.
I'd like to roleplay a moment when you go to give Mabel her share. Because maybe, Constance, you've been hanging out on the Pleasure Palace with Kelly this whole time. The two of you have been like playing cards and that kind of stuff. Albert, she has not gone on deck the entire time.
I would have offered to let her put her books in my bookcase if she wants to.
Yeah, she's been hanging out down in the hold basically the whole time. Just and so like you go downstairs and she's got like a book in one hand and then her other hand is just gripping a railing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna like walk over. Mabel.
Oh, Captain. Hi.
Not taking too well to the skies, I see.
Oh, I told you it sounded terrifying. And there's just so much down.
Believe it or not, I felt the same way. Of course, I was competent in my wings, but I can sympathize.
Yeah,
Mabel.
it's just yes.
So we actually just ended up hitting our first target.
Oh, how exciting! Did
And this is your share. And I like toss her like a small shiny thing goes flying through the air.
yeah, she
Like,
she
lands in
flinches
the
and it like hits her in the face. She's like, ah. Did anyone die?
Are you kidding me? Then we'd have to deal with the bodies. Of course, we want to commandeer every vessel we can with killing the least number of people. If we end up being violent murderers, who's going to want to surrender to us?
Well, thanks for this. Let's say it's like a jeweled bracelet or something.
And Mabel, if you need somewhere to research, you can just use the. If you really need somewhere to research, you can use the desk in my in the captain's quarters.
Oh, that's kind of like the ship sways. Just, kind of
It'll
you.
take some time. A word of advice: next time, eat the lines.
Aye, Captain.
All right, and I like walk back upstairs like. Ugh.
All right. We're coming up on the end of the hour, so I think unless Constance has a scene she would like to do, we should do experience and call it here.
Let's see. Is there a scene I wanted to wrap up? I mean, other than just giving shit to Kelly about being married. But that's like my entire week. Wait, you're married?
Yeah.
Married?
Yeah, still am.
But
hasn't changed since the last time you asked me.
I'm like, but and like we're just playing cards, and like this is like obviously like we've got like two skiffs like tied together and like just floating up. Really?
Yeah.
Weird. It's just.
Shambling Mounds are CR5. Means they're worth a hefty pile of experience. They are in fact worth 1,800 experience, which you will split between the two of you for 900 each. Additionally, I'm gonna give you experience for the
Kidnapping Mabel?
No, you got your reward out of that. I am going to give you experience for the investigation, because that went pretty well and you guys were pretty clever about that. First, I'll give you each inspiration for today, because you both rocked it. And I'll give you an additional 200 each for the investigation. I'll give you an additional 100 each for each skiff, so another 200 each, for a total of I think 1,300 each of you.
Yes.
All right.
Kelly O'Dare, that is not my character sheet.
No, it is
Nice.
not.
Actually, I'd like to talk to Roderick about having more of those things made.
Okay. Yeah, you can talk to him next session about what it will take
All right.
to
Yeah, no, that's true.
make that happen.
So close to leveling, guys. That was like a fifth of the way. No.
Yeah. You just gotta get in more messes, and you'll be leveling up in no time.
Yeah, I mean, we only fought one thing this entire encounter, this entire session.
Yeah.
But what I've learned is teleportation is probably what I'm taking next.
All right. Well, that wraps it up for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this and would like to see more of it, we have Unfettered here on this channel every Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's a chaotic blast. If you missed part of the show and like to catch up, you can go to bit.ly/unfettered, and there are links to YouTube and the journal where all the characters are, all the handouts, all that stuff. Yeah, so thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening.